All right, dude. We saw Maxine today. You want to let everybody know your thoughts and opinions, spoiler free?
Yeah. We just watched X last night as the time of this recording. So we watched X. I know we've been needing to catch up on the whole Mia Goth trilogy stuff, especially with Maxine going in theaters. And I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. I felt like I was pretty invested from the beginning, and Mia Goth killed it. I honestly felt like, gosh, this is really her or something. She really stood out for me.
Are you talking about Maxine or X?
Both basically, but
Oh yeah, yeah,
Maxine
yeah.
mainly.
Yes. Yeah, I was a little underwhelmed. I don't know what I expected. X was so like raunchy, and it was like it
Mm,
was different than what whenever it first came out. And so I kind of expected it to be along the lines of that one. This one was like more like horror. I wouldn't say horror, I guess, but it was definitely more on the line of a darker toned. I feel like compared to X, it wasn't as raunchy. But it was all right. I mean, I just expected a little bit more. But I think I've seen the general consensus on social media is it was all right.
yeah, compared to X and Pearl, which I did not watch Pearl. But both of those, I think the last time I saw was standing at a 90 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes, and then Maxine is 80 or 70 something percent.
Oh, is it?
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
even
mean,
with critics saying that it's the lesser out of the three, but still, I mean, it's
yeah,
certified.
yeah. X to me is definitely the best. Pearl's all right, but a lot of people love Pearl. I mean, I think it's just Mia Goth's performance in that movie is what just makes
Mm.
that so much better. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to watch it to watch Maxine, but I think it's still good to. You should go back and watch Pearl, just because Mia
Yeah,
Goth
I
gives a
mean,
crazy performance.
yeah, I mean, from the two movies we've watched already, I'm definitely invested to see what she can do. So I'm assuming she's going to do great in Pearl. Dude, I didn't know she's married to Shia LaBeouf.
Mia Goth is
Mia Goth is married to Shia LaBeouf. So
what?
we went to my parents or whatever to pick up our daughter after the movie, and my dad was like, "Oh, what'd you go see?" And we're like, "Oh, Maxine." He goes, "Oh, I think that's the movie with
Oh
Shia
yeah,
LaBeouf's wife." And I go, "Huh?" And then he goes, "You know Shia LaBeouf's wife?"
2012.
Mhm.
That's a long. I thought Mia Goth was a lot younger. They've met while filming Nymphomaniac, which makes sense for a Mia Goth movie. Just hearing Nymphomaniac. That's
I
crazy.
wonder
I
if that
I
was the
had no
movie.
idea.
So there was this I don't know if it was Watch Mojo or whatever video it was on YouTube, but there was a video that said when scenes became real in movies or something like that. And there was one movie, apparently, allegedly, that Shia LaBeouf had a sex scene in it, and they actually had sex on set. And everyone was like, it was kind of like awkward, but like to be real. And I'm thinking, hey, go ahead, Mia Goth. Now
Yeah,
it makes sense.
that's crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, that was a
I
shock to
mean,
me too.
jeez. Well, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, now everybody knows. If you didn't know that, I didn't know that. Regardless,
Mm,
Mia Goth gives a tremendous performance in Maxine,
yeah.
but the movie overall, the story overall, I kind of just expected a little bit more. Um,
So
but
basically,
I mean,
the premise of it is Mia Goth plays this character named Maxine who has a past that you see in X, a very murderous past that you see in X, and then she just basically comes to Hollywood and wants to become a movie star. And she has a history of being an adult actress, and now it's just basically her navigating, trying to see if she becomes big,
yeah.
and a
And this
little
movie takes
struggles
place in
along
the
the way.
it takes place in the 80s, which that
Mm,
I will give the movie credit for. I did feel like we were in the 80s, and it did feel like an 80 type slasher movie. Like the action
really
scenes that we
did.
saw in the movie, the killings that we saw in the movie felt very 80ish to me. So
Yeah.
I will give is it T West? I will give him credit for that.
Is it T or is it tie?
Ty West, T West, whatever. He
Yeah.
that I will give him credit for because it did feel like an 80s movie.
Hmm. I agree.
But regardless, episode 37. This is going to be a super heavy wrestling episode. So sorry if you don't like us talking about wrestling, but we just had Money in the Bank. It was a great show, in my opinion. It was a wild show, different than the past few Premier Live events that we've gotten. I feel like this one was just completely wild, off the rails. Um, so there's a lot to break down. So what do you want to get into first?
Uh, well, first
I'm
off,
Mario, by the way.
I'm Vincent. But yes, first off, I want to say this shout out to Marco who brought this question to my attention at work. And listening to it, I was like, oh, we ended up. He's asked this question, had a good conversation at work about it, and I was like, I'm gonna use that for the pod. And I even asked him, hey, you cool if I use it? He goes, hey, it's free game. So shout out to Marco for this one. It's a simple one, but for you, in your opinion, who do you think a non-fictional character who is worthy enough to lift Mjolnir?
Superman.
Okay. Do
I
you
mean,
think
that's
you
it.
can name a couple?
Superman, Wonder Woman,
Do you say
Cap,
Flash?
Cap, of course. I wouldn't say Flash just because he caused the whole Flashpoint stuff.
Okay,
Um,
see, yeah. He asked
I
me
could
if I do
see,
Flash, and I said no.
I could see that biting him in the butt. I would probably do Superman, Wonder Woman, Cap. Obviously, we saw Cap do it.
Mm.
Um,
I
I'm
said
trying to think
Batman
of
is not lifting that thing.
Batman's not lifting that thing. Green
No.
Lantern's not lifting that thing. Uh, hmm. That's all that comes to mind right now is them.
Blue Beetle. Jaime's pretty innocent.
I won't say Blue Beetle just because I don't really. I mean, that would be based off comic knowledge, which I don't really know much about Blue Beetle. I mean, are you basing that off his movie?
Yeah, from what we've seen.
I mean, I think it took Cap pretty much like 11 years before he could pick it up. I mean, I just
He
think
had
off
some
one
flaws in the
movie.
beginning.
I think off one movie, I don't think we'd be able to give Blue Beetle um, that that privilege of lifting Thor's. I would probably go Superman, Wonder Woman, and then Cap. Obviously, we saw Cap do it.
Okay. Could Jon Snow lift it?
Oh, I guess I wasn't even really thinking about other non superhero characters.
Just any fictional characters.
Yeah, I would say Jon Snow.
Um, we also discuss Danny, Daenerys. Nah,
No,
she ain't lifting that
no,
load. Could
no.
Rhaenyra?
No.
No.
I mean, she
Um,
goes to this war. We're about to see her go
we
into war.
also, yeah. We both kind of agreed. Maybe it's like a Cap situation with Tyrion, where in the beginning, hell no. But then towards the end, he
I
kind of
don't think
redeems
so.
himself, kind of becomes little, worthy enough
Yeah, I mean, he definitely redeemed himself, but I also think he did a lot of stuff
to
in
outweigh
the
the
past that
worthiness.
probably wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, do you think a guy who spends a lot of time in the brothels, is a? I mean, even if he redeems himself, I just think of Thor's hammer. I don't know, but at the same time, Thor's a big drinker and he still lives Mjolnir or Mjolnir.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows what
What
he's
about
done?
Marco brought up what's his name? It's not is it Sam Tarley
Sam
or
Witwicky. Oh, Sam Tarley.
uh
See, but okay, so like, I guess we'd have to define what the because like he's Samuel Tarley's just a very nice guy. I mean, he didn't
see, yeah,
really.
just he just worth like is he just worthy?
So if
Just an
that's the
all
case, then
round
like
good
any
guy.
nice guy can pick up Mjolnir. I don't think that's. I think you'd
The
have to do
case.
something like save the world or something. I don't know. I don't know what the requisites are of carrying Mjolnir. I know Superman for sure just because of
Mm,
you know he's Superman. Wonder Woman. I say Wonder Woman loosely because the way she is in Injustice, well, the way Superman is in Injustice also, Superman's not holding Mjolnir in the
but
comics.
oh,
And overall, though, yes, I would say Superman for sure, and then I'd say Wonder Woman. I'm probably like 95% sure.
and then Cap.
Yeah, and I mean, we obviously saw Cap hold it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with
that's a
that
good
one too.
question. I don't know. That's why I mean, whenever we debated people at Costco before about who would win between Thor and Superman, and the people that said Thor, I mean, who's to say Superman just wouldn't take the hammer from him?
Mm, yeah, yeah.
I
Bro,
mean,
people get mad.
yeah, but I mean, I think Superman would be worthy for sure.
Most definitely. But
Just
no, like I
yeah,
said, I thought, it's a good question. Then once Marco brought up, all the different Game of Thrones characters, I was like, oh yeah, like let's break it down.
I think probably the only Game of Thrones character that I can think of is Jon Snow.
Yeah, that's the one Marco said without a shadow of a doubt,
I
he'll be
wouldn't
able to
even
lift
say
them.
I wouldn't even say Ned Stark wouldn't even. I don't think he'd be worthy.
Really?
I mean, he lied to his wife about Jon Snow.
Mm, Good
that
point.
whole thing. He pretty much told his wife that he cheated on her and had a bastard son. Now I know that wasn't
Good
true, but
point.
he still lived on with that lie.
Good point.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you
Could
just have to.
Star Lord lift it?
I don't think so.
No, even with
I
saving
mean,
the world or galaxy.
yeah. I mean, because if Star Lord can lift it, then one could argue that Captain Marvel could lift it. One would argue that a bunch of MCU heroes could lift it, and that's not the case.
That's true.
Iron Man couldn't lift it. Uh,
Nah, Tony flawed.
Vision lifted it.
Yeah, with ease, like
Yeah,
nothing.
Vision lifted it.
Maybe it's because he
Um,
was just born.
T'Challa.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, you think T'Challa could
100%.
lift it?
Yeah. What has he
Mm,
done bad?
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I
What has he
guess you would
done
have to
bad?
really. I guess somebody would really have to define the requisites of being able to carry Thor's hammer.
All right. Well, we'll shout out to King Lion so he can argue and yell at us about this one.
uh,
But
but yeah, so we had
yeah.
Money in the Bank, bro. You want to get into Money in the Bank?
Yeah, like we
We
said,
have a
it's going to
lot
be a
to cover.
big WWE episode. So
Yeah, you want to break it down
stay
match by
along for the ride.
match?
You going to do Money in the Bank first? You going to go do with Friday and all that stuff?
We could loosely break down. I mean, Friday. What I mean, what we just got like the Money in the Bank segment. Bailey had her match with Piper Niven. We got
Mhm.
Solo's thing at the end, which was good. But the
I was going to
overall
say
episode for SmackDown
that
to me
awesome
was
promo.
yeah. And then the tag match at the end, we got DIY winning the tag matches, the tag titles,
Yeah. The
which was
fall
cool.
from
But yeah, for me it was light compared to what we just saw in Money in the Bank.
yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. First match, you want to go match by match?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. First match, men's Money in the Bank match. What are your thoughts and opinions on that match?
Underwhelmed.
The women definitely best Money in the Bank match on the card. It
Yeah.
was short, in my opinion. The guys, I felt
Yeah, it really was short. I feel like they just hit some spot. Oh, actually, I don't even feel like they did many big spots,
there wasn't
in my
compared to the
opinion.
women's. The women's took a lot of big spots.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one in a minute. But
Yeah,
yeah, for the men's, I felt like
compare to the women's.
there
Yeah, I
wasn't
agree.
many big spots. I was obviously wrong saying Jay was going to win. The winner was Drew McIntyre. So that was a shocker right there. I'm not going to lie. But then once it happened, it was just like, wow, he said this was going to happen. He said he was going to win, and he said what he was going to do with it.
Yeah. I don't think I didn't that I can think of. I don't think I saw anybody pick Drew McIntyre to win. I think we all expected CM Punk to show up during the Money in the Bank match and cost Drew
Mhm.
McIntyre the
I thought
Money
the
in the Bank
YS6
match.
was going to show up too.
Yeah, I mean Triple H said there was going to be a lot of surprises. I mean the only big surprise for the main event or for Money in the Bank was I felt like was John Cena, right? Or am I forgetting one? CM Punk.
Mm,
CM Punk
yeah,
was a
the CM
surprise,
Punk thing.
but I
Yep.
I feel like it was just John Cena and CM Punk.
Mm, yeah, I think that really was it as far as
Yeah.
surprises.
Regardless, underwhelming, yes, but there were some good spots. Andrade had some good spots. Carmelo Hayes had some good spots. Um,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, I mean, like Drew McIntyre won, but I didn't see him take like a really big bump, unless I'm just completely forgetting.
No, I mean, I don't remember any big bumps that he took.
Yeah. But the biggest spots that I felt like Andrade and Carmelo Hayes had good spots. LA Knight took a good little
Yeah.
whatever they call that off the ladder. But overall, yes, it was kind of underwhelming. Both our picks were wrong. We got Drew McIntyre, and we could talk more into that, but it gets into another match later, so we'll talk about that when we get there. But overall, yes, I was very underwhelmed. But I will say that the energy for Money in the Bank from start to finish, based off the crowd, was pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's as good as the Europe crowds that we had, but it was pretty
God,
solid.
those Europe crowds are insane.
Yeah, I had a bad thought during it. I thought, we're over here looking forward to Survivor Series, like hoping that we're gonna go. Dude, what if they do Survivor Series in Europe? Just based off how good everything has been.
Hey, bro, he didn't mean it. Don't speak it into existence.
I was thinking about that during Because I was thinking, geez, every outside of the US crowd has hit so far. Like, what if they're like, fuck it, let's give them a big show, Survivor Series. Oh, I'd be so
I'd be
pissed.
pissed. I'd be
We'd have
so
to go to
pissed,
Bad
bro.
Blood then.
Yeah, Emily asked me that. Oh yeah, breaking news, bro. WWE announced
Yeah,
the
Bad Blood.
return of a classic pay-per-view. Well, PLE, Bad Blood.
Yep.
What a way to
It's in
announce it. Metro
October.
Boom and Cody.
Yeah.
October. Yeah.
Oh, they're both from Atlanta, I think.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Atlanta, Georgia. And Emily asked, she goes, so what's gonna be the move? Bad Blood or Survivor Series? And I
I
was like,
personally want to wait for Survivor Series just because I feel like Survivor Series is going to be bigger. Um,
yeah.
I'd be okay going to Bad Blood though. Uh, but I truly feel like we're going to get a Bloodline War Games, and that's what I want to see that.
Yeah. I
Um,
really feel like that's gonna happen too.
yeah. So okay, continuing on. Uh, Second match we got Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. Sammy
Yeah.
Hogan, bro. Sammy Hogan.
Uh, yeah, Sammy won. My pick was wrong. I said Breaker's going to take this one.
So did I. A lot of people did.
God,
A lot of people picked Braun. I
I
just
mean, was
feel.
it? Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say like I don't know. I just thought to myself, oh, Braun is supposed to be this unstoppable force, and like, yeah, he had some good spots in this, but I'm
And he
thinking,
lost
bro, why?
clean. He lost
Yeah,
clean too.
yeah,
I figured like if Sammy did win, it'd be by roll up, and he barely survived. He barely survives the
mhm,
match and pulls out by miracle, pulls out the win. But no, he won clean. My problem with Sammy, I know we everybody loves Sammy, and Sammy's great. My problem with Sammy is he keeps playing this underdog. Like every time he's in a match, he's an underdog. Sami Zayn is not an underdog, bro. Sami Zayn is gonna be a future Hall of Famer. Sami Zayn just beat Chad Gable like 2 or 3 times before, beat Braun Breaker, he beat Gunther, he ended Gunther's longest Intercontinental Championship title reign ever of all time. He almost beat Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. He's he's been in these big matches. Like Sami Zayn is not an underdog, and they keep playing this whole thing. Like it worked for Gunther's thing, in my opinion.
yeah,
But I feel like it doesn't work now. Like Sami Zayn is solidified. Sami Zayn is a champion, like he's a Hall of Famer, like he's a real deal. And his whole thing is he's just the underdog in every match. And I just think, okay, bro. And I guess it kind of works for this one, but like, I mean, what was it all for? I mean, we just had this whole Braun Breaker thing. Now, not to say that they can't have a rematch at SummerSlam and maybe Braun Breaker wins there, but I just feel like Braun Breaker should have won. Sami Zayn should have put Braun Breaker over. And now I don't know if Sami Zayn got to decide who wins or what it is, but I feel like every time we think Sami Zayn is going to put someone over, he's going to give Chad Gable a spot, he's going to give Braun Breaker, and nope, Sami Zayn retains every single time.
yeah. Whether he's playing Captain Save-A-Ho with trying to save the Alpha Academy, you know, being defeating Gunther and everything like that. Like you said, being the underdog, whatever. Honestly, you know what I'm kind of tired of, bro.
Hmm.
Obviously, I get Sammy is over. Like people love Sammy, rightfully so. He's great. I feel like I've seen so many PLEs where every time he shows up, bro, it's almost like he's the hometown man, bro. He goes to Quebec, obviously hometown man. He shows up to Canada tonight, basically home country. He goes to the international with like Dubai and all that
Yeah.
stuff and
Saudi.
Saudi. Hometown over there too. Why? Because of his religion. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, gosh, damn, bro. Everywhere, bro. Everywhere you
Well,
step,
it's
Sammy,
just
you're basically your home.
it's the same thing every time, I feel like it, and I guess that's his character now, but every match that he's been in, it's like, is Sammy gonna pull off a miracle? Like he's the underdog. Like everyone's doubting him. Nobody's doubting you, Sammy. Like we all know that you are a legend. Like you are a badass. Like you are a great wrestler. Um, so I feel like if anything, we should be doubting Braun Breaker, or doubting Chad Gable, and we should be WWE should be giving us these moments where we like, oh, the Braun Breaker did it. Chad Gable did it. Maybe that's just because I don't know. We aren't just in, I mean, I can't say I'm not enjoying Sammy's Intercontinental Championship run, but I just feel like he could have used, like he could have put some people over, and he hasn't. But like I said, that may not have been his decision. I don't know. Um, but I just feel like Braun Breaker should have won here for sure.
Most definitely.
Maybe they're maybe they're saving it for SummerSlam.
Yeah, that could be the case as well. I had full intention tonight. If once Braun won, which obviously he didn't, but I had full intention to ask you, with it being over with Sammy's reign, how did you feel about his reign? And I mean, obviously, we'll never know because he's still
Yeah.
champ.
Yeah, I mean, and I just feel like every show I keep thinking and he's gonna lose it and he's gonna someone else is gonna take it. I just feel like and then to not even see Braun Breaker like beat him up at the end. Like I just feel like, bro, y'all are making us y'all are trying to make us believe that he's this monster. He's the next Goldberg. He's the next big thing, the next Brock Lesnar. Like, I mean, he just lost clean to Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I mean, I think
But
that's the
I
thing
mean,
too. It's like when you look about if when you think about someone like Brock or Goldberg back in the day, and you had someone who was playing the underdog, they for real kind of had to play a little dirty, win a little dirty with a roll up, get a steel chair in there or something like that to make us believe that he had to pull out all the stops to defeat this one person. With the clean win, it was just like, all right, so is Braun still just like a freak of nature? Like, oh, obviously he is, but like, is he's no longer like unstoppable force. So Sammy did it. He shows you how you
yeah.
can stop him.
Yeah, you can't really say that he's unstoppable now. Sammy just beat him
Yeah.
clean.
Yep.
That's my biggest thing. It's not even really that I don't like Sammy. It's more so it's that like I feel like this benefits more if benefits Braun way more than it benefits Sammy. Sammy can lose this match, and we know Sammy's still legend. He's still Sami Zayn. Braun Breaker loses this match, and now I think, okay, well, y'all can't keep calling him unstoppable. Y'all can't keep calling him like who's gonna stop this man. Sami Zayn just stopped him. So it's like,
And
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too picky about it.
bro, Sammy, like you said, Sammy Hogan, bro, he defeated two big ass unstoppable forces with Gunther getting that title off of him. Chad, who's a freak athlete when it
Yeah.
comes to his whole wrestling background, and then now Braun Breaker. So it's just like if you want someone to take, bro, pull him against Solo, bro. The whole bloodline gone. Take care of it real quick.
I, at this rate, I mean, I think Sami Zayn is going to because the fans wanted Chad Gable to win. They wanted Braun Breaker to win, and Sami Zayn won. And yeah, I mean, I don't know where Braun Breaker goes from here. Like, who do you put him with to feud with? Like, it would I think it would have been more believable have him be Intercontinental Champion. Uh, but
Mhm.
whatever. You want to move on to the next match?
Yeah.
So that
I was trying to think
was
what was next,
Damian and
but
Seth.
yep, Damien Seth was next, which kind of surprising.
Um,
I really thought. Well, I mean, we had the idea that was going to be the main event.
yeah, I was very surprised too that this was the
Middle.
the mid card match. I feel like this could have been the main event for sure. I mean,
Yeah, with a wild ending.
did you feel like this match, Damian and Seth, which was more exciting, Damian and Seth or the 6-man tag match?
The Damien and Seth, to be honest with you.
I agree. The way the events that happened in that match for sure could have closed the show. But regardless, mid card, yes, it was the middle. It was the middle of the match. There was 5 matches. It was the middle. They probably maybe they just wanted to start strong, middle, and close strong. Maybe. Um, so we had a big mess up in the match.
God, bro.
I was
First off,
fully
Damien retained.
yes, Damien retained. I was fully prepared to come on here and say, what a match. What a match. Damien and Seth. Seth looked like old Seth Rollins, the way he was moving in the ring. I was very impressed. I was in, I was invested in the match. I felt like it was going very good. I was ready to give its props. And then at the end, we had this mess up that I'm not gonna lie, it kind of ruined it for me. It kind of ruined it for me because Seth pins Damien, and I think that Drew McIntyre's music was supposed to hit during the pin, and it didn't. And I think that's why Damien didn't kick out. And so Seth is pinning him, and the ref counts 1, 2. Clearly, it's 3. Damien doesn't even kick out, but he stops because the ref knows Damien is supposed to kick out. And it was just a 100% obvious mess up. Like there's some that you can kind of squeeze by, and you can kind of like just hope that people didn't notice. This one, dude, it was it was a bad mess up.
It really, really was. Gosh, once it happened, I thought, what? Why? Hit three, bro. Seth won, done. It's over. And
Hmm.
everyone in the crowd, I mean, such an obvious one where everyone in the crowd was like, it was three. Like, what are you doing? Tell me why, bro. In my head, I thought to myself, Wow, Triple H is talking about things are about to change. Something big's gonna have some big surprises, bro. They did it in Montreal. Now they're gonna call this a Toronto screw job, bro. Like, oh my god, bro. He's in with the Judgment Day. This
I mean,
referee.
technically, Seth did get screwed because,
Yeah,
you know, Damien didn't kick out. So my guess is that's my guess. My guess was the music was supposed to hit. Drew's music was supposed to hit during that pin, and I think that's why Damien didn't kick out, unless he just completely forgot to kick out, which I find very hard to believe.
as
But
long as he's been in this and he for real forgot, like that's it would really would be
like
crazy to believe.
I think, and especially since Damien won, I think Damien knows. Okay, I win the match here. Like obviously, I have to kick out. So I think the
Yeah.
spot was Drew's music was supposed to hit, and the person who plays the music was late, and because then right after the music hits,
Okay, but even if it was late, do you think the ref stops the count because someone's music hits?
I think once the music hits, I think Seth would have let go, and then I think the ref would have started, but nothing happened, so they just kept going, and then before you know it, it's supposed to be three, and the ref's like fuck, and he just says that Damien kicked out. I don't know for sure, but I just feel like that was I just don't believe that Damien just completely forgot, especially since he won.
Did you see the replay? Because it's already
It
posted on
looks
Twitter.
worse. Yeah, it looks worse
Well,
on the replay.
what the replay is after or once, they count the 1, 2, and then, like, apparently the kick out. Damien looks at the stage and he goes like this with his hand. He goes like this.
Oh,
So
really?
basically saying like, "Bruh, come on. Like, what's going on?" And then literally a couple minutes or a couple seconds later, boom, the music hits.
I
So
know
I
he
mean,
knew
yeah,
right away. I know he knew right away because he tapped Seth
yeah.
Rollins thing, and then the ref is talking to him, and you could see him say "fuck," like, and then the music plays, and then he looks out at the stage like he's almost like, "Bro, you're fucking late." I don't know. I feel like it was a mess up. But Damien also should have, bro. You should have kicked out, bro. What the fuck are you doing? You're just gonna sit there and let him do. You're gonna what? Like, kick out, bro. Yeah. So it just kind of ruined it for me. Anyways, Drew McIntyre comes out, cashes in the Money in the Bank,
He just
and
won.
that he just won that night, and we get a triple threat match now between Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and it's looking like Drew McIntyre is gonna win. And then who comes out? CM Punk, costing Drew McIntyre again, bro. Crazy.
Insane, dude. Insane. I love people on Twitter coming saying he for real took a flight to Canada, laid under the ring for a full hour. Ultimate hater.
It was it's crazy. So part of me thinks, okay, because now the men's Money in the Bank is just wasted.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Like
just it was just
there's
it's
nothing
just
with that one now.
it's just wasted, right? Part of me thinks that WWE knew Cody's not getting cashed in on. Gunther is winning the world title at SummerSlam, and he is going to have a lengthy run with that championship.
Yep.
So they probably thought, let's just do this whole thing. Because for me, I mean, let me ask you, would you have preferred CM Punk just cost Drew in the Money in the Bank match? That's what I would have preferred.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Drew's about
that
to
but
win, and then CM Punk costs him. It's literally the same effect, kind of.
so another thing I thought about is because I had full belief that Jay was gonna win. But exactly what you just said. At the same time, I thought to myself, okay, he's not cashing in on Cody, who's his boy. He's not doing that. And he's also not going to go and cash in on let's just say what is Gunther because he's not winning that. I'm sorry, but he's not. You're not going to relinquish this title, the IC title, and this long ass reign from Gunther just for him not to elevate himself to the next title. He's going to win it, and he's not losing against Jay. So then I thought to myself, okay, so that means Jay's just going to hold this title for real a full year until whoever gets those titles next. I didn't see that happening. So I mean, it was kind of a weird situation. So in this sense of him cashing in instantly, getting cost again, I think it just played out very well.
Yeah. I think WWE looks at this and says Cody's not getting cashed in on, Gunther's not getting cashed in on. So let's just, I mean, this whole money. Let's not even do another Austin Theory situation, and let's just have him win it and then lose it, and then it's done. Like it's done till next year, next Money in the Bank. Um, so yeah, so CM Punk cost Drew, and now Seth Rollins no longer can challenge for the title as long as Damian Priest is champion.
Mhm.
And Damian Priest walks out. He looks pissed after the match, rightfully so.
Oh, he
I mean,
does.
it's a big mess up, dude. It is a big mess up. It was so much to process because I was still processing the mess up. And so then whenever Drew comes out and then CM Punk, it was just a lot that happened within 5 minutes. Um,
Yeah.
and I was still processing that big old botch because that was a huge botch, dude. It was huge. And I know people mess up all the time, but that one was just like blatantly like, when people argue that WWE is fake and everything is scripted, that one is like a 100% proven thing right there. That's like, like all someone has to do is show me this shit. And then I'm like, okay, well, what can I really say about that? Like,
You
I
can't
mean,
even argue with it.
yeah, I mean, what can I really say to debate that? Like, yeah, it was a fucking mess up. And it just proved it just, I know, obviously we know it's fake and we know the winners is chosen, but WWE usually does a good job about not letting us know that, like not showing any notion that that is the case. And this was just a huge mess up. And it kind of ruined the whole segment for me. But regardless, I mean, it was still crazy. And then we had CM Punk and Seth Rollins talking shit to each other later. My assumption is we're going Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and CM Punk triple threat.
Yep. Yep. SummerSlam.
That's Yeah, because I mean, what is Seth
Oh,
gonna
or
do?
Bad Blood. You can go all the way
Yeah,
to Bad Blood.
I think it will. I think it'll be Hell in a Cell because
Yeah,
SummerSlam is
I
in
was gonna say.
August. SummerSlam is in
Mhm.
August, and then I assume we'll have a pay per view in Sept. Is there one in September?
Nope. October's next after the SummerSlam.
Okay, so
So
yeah,
Bad
I
Blood.
mean, you could keep it going, bro. This shit is personal. This rivalry feels personal. They just keep fucking each other up, and I feel 100% it goes past SummerSlam.
You know what I loved? When CM Punk sat on the table with Michael Cole and Corey Graves, and Michael Cole goes, "Phil, what are you doing?" I'm thinking, bro, you throwing his real name out
CM
there.
Punk said
And
he
then
said I'm doing my job or something.
yeah, he said, "My job," and I
Yeah.
was like, God damn.
It was a crazy segment. I just feel like it was messed up a little bit, but nonetheless, whatever. Damian Priest is still champion, and I assume Finn Balor's costing him at SummerSlam.
Yeah, because I had a little segment right before Damien
Mhm.
came out or
That's why
whatever,
I
and
still picked I
uh,
still picked Damian in my prediction just because I felt like that Finn Balor turn on Damian is a SummerSlam worthy turn versus a Money in the Bank turn.
yep, the turn's going to happen there, and then they're going to fight at Bad Blood as well. Boom.
Maybe, yeah. Um, so yeah, we're getting Gunther and Damian Priest at SummerSlam. As of right now, I give it probably 90% to Gunther, 10% to Damian. I think there's no way Damian Priest is winning that championship or
Even with
retaining.
even without the interference from Finn, Gunther's taking that
I
regardless.
agree. I agree. I think I
Yeah.
think I think Gunther would even win clean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. I
like
can see that happening.
so. Entertaining match nonetheless. We had a big mess up, but it was still entertaining. And then we got, I mean, dude,
This right here,
Vincent.
bro.
Vincent. I know we're getting old. We're pushing 30. We're getting close. John Cena retiring. After John Cena retires, bro, we only have Randy Orton.
Yeah. Yep. That's oh shit. Yeah. I'm
After
thinking
John
about it. Yeah.
Cena retires, we only have Randy Orton from our childhood of WWE.
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman as well. Do
But
you
I mean,
do
you know,
you
everyone
do
keeps
you
on saying
count
R.I.P. to Paul.
do you count I mean Brock Lesnar if he shows back
Ray?
up? Ray? Brock Lesnar if he shows back up. Do you count Cody
Yeah.
Rhodes? Cody
No.
Rhodes debuted what, 2007?
He wasn't ruthless.
Yeah. I think he showed up at the end.
Yeah.
And then Edge is still wrestling, but he's in AEW.
Yeah, you know, we don't pay attention to
So,
those.
so yeah, dude. I mean, John Cena shows up and announces 2025 his last. That's his. That's it. It's a wrap.
His farewell tour.
Yep. So he said he's gonna be there for when Raw debuts on Netflix, January 1st.
Mhm.
He's gonna wrestle in the Royal Rumble. He'll be at
Mhm.
Elimination Chamber, and he will be at WrestleMania, and that'll be a career for John Cena.
And that is it.
Yeah,
Does
I
John
mean,
Cena go to the Hall of Fame for this next WrestleMania? With it already being announced, is he going to headline the Hall of Fame?
oh, you're saying like 25?
Yep.
No, I would assume 26. You think they'd put? I mean, they did the same with Ray, I guess.
Mhm.
No, I would say 26.
Hmm. I mean, they did the same with Ray. They did the same with Flair.
That's true. I don't know. I personally, I kind of hate that when a wrestler's finna wrestle and then they get introduced, they get inducted to the Hall of Fame. I've always thought,
I
I've
hate it
always liked
more
it.
whenever the wrestler still fights afterwards.
I agree. I hate it. I hate that.
Like,
I
I hate
like it
when they keep
better.
on coming out with Ray and they say, "Hall of Famer," and he's
Yeah.
still fighting. I'm thinking, "Bro, go, you're done."
Yeah. Yeah. Like
No disrespect, but
I don't understand why WWE doesn't wait till a wrestler's done.
yeah,
Um, me personally, I would prefer John Cena be completely done and then induct him into the Hall of Fame. Um, yeah, man. I mean, it's we knew it was coming, but it just sucks. It just sucks. So now that John Cena has announced his farewell tour, real quickly, who are some matches that you'd like to see him run before he's gone?
um, I already know me and you're gonna have one of the same answers. But I honestly I would not mind to see him and Punk go back at it, bro.
I mean, I was gonna say before John Cena retires, for me, I need to see him run it with Randy Orton. I need to see
Yep,
him run it
that's the
back with
one.
CM. I need to see him run it back with CM Punk, and I want to see him put over some people,
Mm, yeah,
put over some young talent. Now, granted, though, we saw him do that with Austin Theory. We saw him do it with Solo, and it didn't really seem like it was working for a little bit.
hey, now it's working for Solo.
Yeah, now it's working for Solo, but it has nothing to do with John Cena.
Has nothing to
It
do
has
with them.
nothing to do with the fact that he beat John Cena. It's now working because this whole bloodline stuff. But one could argue, yeah, him being Cena did nothing for Solo. Um, but I'd like to, I would say Edge, but Edge fucking left.
Yeah,
So I need to see Cena and Randy. Even at Mania, I'll take it. The fact
100%.
the fact that they've never Cena's match of his last match, it needs to be Randy Orton in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. One of his greatest rivalries, bro.
Hmm.
One of his greatest. I mean, hell, screw it. Bring JBL out of retirement. I need to see that one more time too, like just for the hell of it.
Yeah,
But yes, him and Randy need to run it back one more time. What sucks though is I just don't see how we do a title picture to get him
I don't think it will be.
to
I
one
don't think it
more,
will be.
but I just don't think it's happening.
I I
Unfortunately.
I personally think Cena's even fine just being at 16.
Oh, 100%. I guarantee he's fine.
I think he looks at that and says he doesn't need to beat the record.
No, considering everyone already calls him, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Hell, they say it whenever he, just comes to the ring sometimes. So
Yeah.
he already has that title. So he's like, why do I need the belt one more time? For what?
Yeah. Um yeah, it's just sad, dude. It just sucks. I mean, I'm not too upset about it now just because it's still a while away, but I know when we see John Cena fight his last match at WrestleMania, dude, that shit is going to be so fucking sad.
Yes, bro, I'm sending a little lame guy tear come out, bro.
Bro, he's going to I
I'm gonna
mean,
get choked up.
he was the guy when we watched wrestling. Like
Yep.
he was
No,
our
no
Stone
one bigger
Cold.
than him.
He was our Stone Cold. He was our Rock. Like he was the guy.
Yep. And he
Just yeah.
carried it so well too.
Yeah. I mean, legend, bro. He's the GOAT in my opinion. It was a surprise seeing him here. I thought at first I thought he was retiring there, and I thought, why the fuck are you retiring in Toronto, Canada at Money in the Bank? Like, did something happen? Like, did you just get told you can never wrestle again? Like, but he announced the farewell tour. Makes sense. So I guess he's just letting us know. I mean, I found it kind of random, but
Yeah. Once it was happening, I text you saying, "Bro, I'm not ready. Like I wasn't prepared for this. I'm not
yeah,
ready." But
hmm
then in my Rolodex, I was thinking same thing before he even mentioned, why in Canada? Like people ask why here. In my head, bro, Rolodex was going like, what happened here? I don't remember much big things that's happened. Is he about to say, I started here? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. So
yeah.
why here? But no, okay. So he just came out just to basically say this is the start of his farewell tour, and he'll be back, and he's for real going to basically. I could see him being full time just for that short stint from January to April, full time,
I hope so. I hope he
and
is.
we'll get that full itch, that full
Yeah,
injection of Cena one more time, and then we'll be done.
I hope so, bro. I would love to see him get another title too, but I don't think that's the case. I don't even think he wants to because I think if he wanted to, WWE would gladly give it to him. I don't think he wants to.
No, yeah, he won't. Would you want to see Cena? be the one to where he's like hella humble and like obviously yes, put someone over and everything like that. But do you want to see nice Cena or would you want to see like shit talking Cena, like not full thugonomics, obviously, but like get that little stint of who he was and everything where we just go, yes, bro. Yes, talk that shit.
Uh, I would like to see it, but I also kind of think it wouldn't work.
It
Just
wouldn't
because I
work for who
think,
he is now.
yeah, I just think we all know who he is now. We don't care that he's cringy. We don't care that he's cringy good guy. Like, we just love John Cena. We just want to see John Cena. Like
Mm,
The Rock, it was nice with The Rock. It was just a nice change of pace. It was just a nice. It fit the story that it was needed for the story. But yeah, John Cena. I don't think he doesn't need to do that. If he did that, cool. Like if we got a little Doctor Thugonomic stuff, great. I just don't even think the fans would really buy it now. I think it would more so just be entertainment. Um, but if he tried to do this whole Rock thing, I don't think it would work.
hey, bro, the fans will buy it because pure nostalgic purposes. People will just
Maybe.
be fan service, boy. How many times have we heard the Ross tell someone to, shut your mouth, jabroni, and we all go, yeah, shut your ass up, boy. You ain't talking to him like
Yeah.
that. So, I mean,
Yeah, I
pure
mean,
fan
maybe.
service.
Maybe. I just think now that we know this is his farewell tour, I just think it'd be more so of the fact of I just want to see John Cena on TV. Like I want to see him wrestling. Yeah, I
Yep.
wouldn't care either way what it is. Um, and then moving on, we had the women's Money in the Bank.
Oof.
Tremendous, tremendous. Dare I say the best women's Money in the Bank match of all time.
First off, bro, just Michael Cole and Corey Graves did it, but I think we need to,
Yep.
give them their
Yeah.
flowers. And like we said, whose time is it, bro?
Tippy
Tiffany
time.
time. Tiffany
Mhm.
won that Money in the Bank. Beautiful. I honestly, I was going to be prepared to say, I think we really need to give it to Tiffany and Chelsea for owning the whole Money in the Bank. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Zoe did very well with some of those bumps, especially one of them botch bumps. Io, gosh, that move with her and Zoe, absolutely disgusting, bro. And Io sold the shit out of it. Even though she's the one that did it to Zoe, she sold the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Um, Naomi, nice moves, doing the whole like splits with the ladder thing. That was awesome.
She took the bump from Chelsea on the ladder as well. Chelsea did like her finisher move.
Oh yeah, and Tiff did the move on her too on the ladder.
Mhm. Um, yeah, it was great. I feel like everybody did good. There were a few mess ups that I noticed, but
Yeah.
that's typical of Money in the Bank spots. Like it's hard to, especially Zoe. Zoe's dude, she hit her head. I thought, oh shit, like
Oh,
that shit
in my
looked
head, I
like
kept thinking, bro, she got concussion, bro.
yeah. Uh, you're right though. The spots in this match were insane, bro. Even Corey and Michael Cole were saying how uncomfortable they felt because they know
Yeah,
women can do this, but seeing women take these kind of bumps,
it's
it
almost like,
makes
oh,
you
don't do that.
yes, it's just like god damn, like it's something that you just don't really feel when you see guys take it. Um, and that's no disrespect. It's just what it is. Like they even said it, like they felt uncomfortable watching this because it was amazing, but it was also like, God damn, some of these bumps are crazy. Um, it was insane, bro. Especially that last bump that Chelsea Green
Oh
took through
my
the tables,
gosh, bro.
bro. She did that shit so smooth, bro. And she just grabbed her head and just
It
like
was
gravity
beautiful.
do the work, bro. Like gravity do the work, and she just boom straight into the tables. It was so smooth. Like sometimes sometimes you get mess ups from that. Sometimes the tables are a little too far. Sometimes it was beautiful all around. And then
Nah, but
yeah,
her
I
and
mean,
Tiffany set those tables up. Say we know who's going right here, bro.
mhm, yeah, um, yeah. Tiffany Stratton got the dub. I think it was a good move. I think it fits her character well. This is some winning the Money in the Bank is a move that you could put on a wrestler, and that kind of bides your time of giving them a title. Like they don't need a
Yep.
title, right? Like Tiffany can go another, what did you say, like eight or so months, 10 months if needed. I mean, the Money in the Bank
Yeah.
briefcase is good for a year, but she could go now a while without winning a championship because now she has the Money in the Bank, and that's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, and I don't need her to have a championship right now. I mean, would I like it? Yes, but just with that Money in the Bank, oh, bro, she's gonna let people know what time it is, bro.
Yeah. So I love the move. I think it's great. Um, I always said I think Money in the Bank briefcases work best on heels, and now Tiffany's going to be
Mhm.
even more so annoying with this Money in the Bank briefcase. So yeah, I mean, hats off to the women because bro, I was very impressed. I thought the guys was going to be better. Women's was a lot better.
It was so much better, bro. Yeah, I mean, like how we said earlier with those bumps and everything like that. Gosh, they were so nasty, but so beautiful too. They killed it. Michael Cole said this is the greatest Money in the Bank match he's ever watched. So I was going to say, do you agree with that statement?
Uh, I wouldn't say it's the greatest that I've watched. I would say it's definitely the greatest women's of all time.
Mm,
Yeah, but for me, dude, 21 and 22, 21, 22, like those hold just
3 2, bro.
those hold spots in my nostalgia, like just to where it's like I don't think I'll ever see a Money in the Bank that passes. Shelton Benjamin being in those just make those so much greater.
Um, Edge 121.
Edge 121, Rob Van Dam 122,
That's right. Okay. I
Mr.
could not
Kennedy
remember.
123,
123. Yeah.
and then CM Punk 124.
Yeah. All those. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Can you
Yep.
believe Flair was in a couple of those, bro?
Yeah.
Bro.
23 was when we got Jeff Hardy jump off the ladder onto Edge, and Edge I got really hurt from that.
Yeah. That bump was nasty,
Yeah.
bro.
The
And
ladder,
after that,
and that was before they were using these new ladders. Those were like those old ass fucking Home Depot ladders.
yep. And that was after that, bro. Every kid in America that had a Jack specific wrestling toy set up, they had a ladder. You know, every single one of them ladders, bro, broke.
Yep.
I played with those hoes all the time.
I wish, dude. I wish I had those.
Ah,
Yeah, but the match was phenomenal. And then we move on to the main event. Main event, we had Cody
okay.
Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu.
Yep. Bloodline 2.0.
Not gonna lie, kind of underwhelming for me, especially since it was the main event.
Nothing really big stood out other than the ending.
Jacob Fatu for me.
Well, what I mean, like no like big spots,
Oh yeah,
but other than the ending,
Jacob
which was
Fatu
just
was the
pure
highlight.
like chaos.
Yeah, Jacob Fatu for me was the highlight though overall.
Mm.
Overall, I feel like he performed the best. But we got what we wanted. We got Solo pinning Cody.
As soon as I count 1, 2, 3, I just start clapping on. That's exactly what needed to happen.
Mhm.
100%. That's exactly what needed to happen. And even Corey and Michael at the very end both said Solo Sokoa just pinned the champion Cody Rhodes. Like he just pinned. I mean, yeah, bro. Good job.
Mhm.
Good move. Very
Yep.
good move.
Yeah, I mean it's what we needed, bro. I don't think anybody can say Solo doesn't have that aura now because we've been saying it, bro. I really like this whole new thing that Solo's doing. He's got this new swagger to him, and I think now, bro, people gotta stop playing with him. People gotta start putting respect on him, bro, because he's doing a great job, in my opinion. The heat that he has, what he did to Paul Heyman, now he just pinned Cody Rhodes. Like, bro, I mean, it's becoming more and more believable that he is the tribal chief now. Obviously, we know Roman's going to show up later, but it's becoming
Oof.
more and more believable now, bro. And it's just and him gaining this heat that he's getting is only going to make Roman's return even bigger and bigger and bigger. The more heat that Solo gets, bro, we already know it's going to be huge. It's one of the greatest returns of all time when Roman shows back up. But the more and more we hate Solo, the more Roman's return is going to hit, bro. And I can't wait. And I think Solo's doing a great job. And I think people need to start putting respect on him.
It's one of those things where I gotta say this. If you're not a wrestling fan, go ahead and become a wrestling fan. Go watch some YouTube video. I guarantee someone's broken down every single thing that's happened with the bloodline, all leading up till now, and just basically go along for the ride up until Roman's return because it will be one of the greatest returns ever, bro. It's
Yep. Yep. Uh,
gonna be amazing.
Overall, the match was crazy. I just feel like, okay, so when we saw uh, Kevin Owens and Randy Orton fight the bloodline at, was it Backlash?
Hmm.
Was that Backlash? Nick Aldis came out and made it a street fight. I felt like this match should have also been a street fight,
Yeah, yeah, I feel that too.
especially since WWE even played into the fact that Triple H had to pull strings just to get Jacob Fatu into the country because this dude is insane. He's crazy. And then you're saying that stuff about the bloodline about how Canada almost didn't even let them in. They're so crazy. And now you just want me to see them have a normal tag match. Like this, if any, should have been the one that was a street fight compared to the one at Backlash. Um, but it was fine. I mean, I guess that would have been too crazy seeing 6 people. Um, but the end was kind of like a street fight anyways. When the ref got out, it was mayhem. It was people all over the fucking place.
Bro, I love when Jacob ran into the ref on the steel steps. Corey goes, he just killed him.
Yeah. Um, yeah, overall, dude, it was good. I think we're getting Solo and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. As much as I
Mm,
wanted to see the fucking Rock and Cody at SummerSlam, it's not happening.
no,
It's not
no,
happening.
it's not happening.
And John Cena and us wanting Randy Orton and John Cena to fight at WrestleMania makes it more and more likely that Cody is facing The Rock at WrestleMania. Because remember, we wanted Rock and Roman to fight, and we wanted Cody and Randy to fight. If Randy's busy with Cena, I mean, who does Cody go against? Probably The Rock.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But
I mean, that's not solidified that Cena's facing Randy anyways. That's just what we
no,
want.
no,
But
no, yeah, but okay. So I'm gonna say that even with after this behind the scenes thing of the documentary with WrestleMania, you don't think how if they wanted to do it at 39, then they obviously wanted to do it at 40 with Rock and Roman. You don't think they're really going to gun it for 41?
I hope so. Just because The Rock is, I mean, dude, The Rock's getting old. As good a shape as he's in. I mean, wrestling shape is different. So I hope that they look at that and say, bro, we're on bided time. Like we for real need to run this now, or we may never get a chance. So I have hope that WWE looks at it that way. But at the same time, bro, I think if The Rock says, I got another 3 years in me, I think WWE would be like, fuck it. All right, cool. Like he's got another 3 years. We could do it next year. We could do it the year after. Like,
Yeah, you're damn right. WWE's going to say that, bro. They're going to be like, "You're
so
telling
it's
me we
like,
can still bank on you for 3 more years?" Pfft.
I think if The Rock says, bro, me and Cody, me and Roman can do it next, I think that they would do it. I think that they would. But who knows? But overall though, what thoughts on the show? I thought the show was good. There were some miss ups, but overall Money in the Bank was good.
Very entertaining. This whole
Yeah.
PLE, honestly, very entertaining.
Yeah. It was a different feel. I felt it was just more mayhem. Like it was more just crazy. Like
Mm.
obviously you have the Money in the Bank matches. Damian and Seth match was crazy. The 6-man tag match was crazy. The only really normal match was Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker.
Yeah, 100%.
So like this just felt like a wild Premier Live event. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, um, did Samantha Irving return tonight? Was that her first time back in a little bit?
She was on Raw, wasn't she?
Was she?
I thought so.
Oh,
I could be wrong.
well,
I thought she was.
oh, okay. Well, I
Why
don't
you
know. I
thought she
saw
was
her.
leaving?
No, well, no, I thought she's going to take some leave with Ricochet for a while. Not
Yeah.
like leave like him, but whenever the PLE started with the Star Spangled Banner and everything like that, I was like, look who's back.
Yeah, I thought she's been at the past few Raws, but I mean I could be wrong.
I thought it was that other announcer. I can't remember.
I know the other announcers on SmackDown. I truly don't. I don't remember. Um,
Oh.
you want to talk about the doc on YouTube? They were showing
Yeah.
it all Money in the Bank,
Yeah,
the
we
WrestleMania
had
doc.
the WrestleMania 40 behind the scenes, the making of basically, and it was I honestly thought it was going to be the making of the whole WrestleMania,
That's
but
what I thought.
nope.
It was just
Nope.
about the main
Trailers
event.
let us know, bro. It was about the main event with
Mhm.
Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, The Rock, and Roman Reigns. And I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the hell out of it, dude. I loved it.
It was great. I wish WWE would do more stuff like that.
Yeah, I completely agree.
It was
The
great.
Rock is the mastermind behind everything, bro. Now that we know.
Everybody on you Twitter's clowning him. We spoke about this before a little bit. I The way I look at that is I believe that The Rock had probably like 95% say in whether that happened or not. I do actually believe that. I do believe without him giving his approval, without him saying that he's okay being a heel, I think that allowed this whole thing to happen the way it did. Because I told you, I think if The Rock said, I can't afford to go heel, like this is not me anymore. I'm in Disney movies. The way I'm in all these kid movies, like I'm in these PG movies. I am not going to be a heel. I think if he would have said that, WWE would have been like, okay, I mean, maybe we'll do a tag match between you and Cody and Roman and Solo or something. this wouldn't have happened for me unless The Rock gave his grace on it, and I think he did, and I do believe that.
Yeah. Yeah, genius move. Genius move, and he talks about it that, he's always been about, basically power to the people. The number one rule is always listen to the fans, and he couldn't live with himself. Basically, what he was saying is that the fans were disagreeing, and we want Cody. You screwed Cody, all this crap. So he heard it and he ran with it, and in all that, we got the final boss, Heel Rock,
Yeah,
and amazing. Do you
I
agree with his statement that he is the heel final boss Rock is the greatest heel in WWE?
yeah, I saw that he said that. It's hard for me to say yes just because we only got it for what? We got it for 3 months or so, 2 months.
Mhm.
I don't think you could say that he's the greatest heel of all time. Now, his legendary. I think it'd be hard to say he's the greatest though of all time when there have been other heel runs that have lasted a lot longer. Um, like Brock Lesnar broke Undertaker's streak as a heel. Triple H led Evolution for years as a heel. I mean, I'm just saying
Yeah.
some runs like Randy Orton when he had his whole crazy ass run as a heel and he was head kicking everyone in the fucking head and kissed Stephanie McMahon and his whole shit with Triple H. Like, I just think they're. I just think it's hard to say the Rock was the greatest of all time when it was only. I mean, we only got it for 2 months. I mean, now if he comes back and gives us the same viciousness and it lasts this whole way up until next WrestleMania, then I think we could start debating. But I just feel like it's hard to say that when we only got it for like 2 months or so, and we didn't even get it every episode of wrestling.
And not just that, he was only doing it to one person and one person only. Granted, Cody is the face of WWE right now, but he only did it to one. Now, when we talk about, Evolution and Triple H, he was, Evolution and Triple H were taking out multiple competitors. We're talking about Randy. Yeah, the main focus was a lot on Triple H, but he also did it to multiple people like Cena, Triple H, and, whatever, whatever. When JBL was doing it, he was doing it to Cena, Eddie, you know, he over here talking about deporting Eddie back in the day. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that's some heel type shit.
Not only Cena and Eddie, his run went through Undertaker, Booker
Mhm,
T, Big
mhm.
Show, Kurt Angle. Like he had a great run too. I just feel like there's too many runs, great heel runs that lasted a lot longer than the Rocks. And I feel like just the amount of time that the Rocks last, I don't think anybody could say it's the greatest heel run of all time. Now it was tremendous and it was
Yeah.
great, but I don't think we could say that it's the greatest of all time. Regardless, though, I know everyone's clowning him on Twitter for saying, he pretty much gave approval on this, but I do think without his approval, this does not happen. Because
Yeah,
I think
I
I
completely
think
agree.
if he said, I don't care. I want to fight Roman at this WrestleMania because this is probably going to be my last WrestleMania. I don't know if I'm going to be fit to fight next WrestleMania, or I don't know if my schedule is going to allow me to fight next WrestleMania. Then I think we're getting Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 40.
Yeah.
But the fact that he was willing to change the plans and I do think that without his approval, this does not happen. We don't get the greatest WrestleMania, arguably of all time. We don't get the greatest WrestleMania main events of all time.
I mean, yeah, with that decision alone, I mean, we've gone on record saying that that was one of the greatest endings for WrestleMania.
Yeah. I mean, bro, Triple H even said it. The plan was he had already told Cody he's not fighting Roman at WrestleMania. He didn't have a plan for Cody, but the plan was Rock and Roman. Like if
Which is
if the Rock
wild.
if The Rock doesn't say, "Let's switch it up," I don't think that it gets switched up, and I think it stays Rock and Roman. Um, so I mean, I know everyone's clowning him, but I do think, yeah, he deserves a lot of credit, bro. And Seth Rollins deserves probably the most credit out of everybody because he took 2 L's at WrestleMania 40, and he fought both nights, and he came off a torn MCL, arguably saved WrestleMania because without him, who does Cody tag with? So
Yeah.
Seth Rollins MVP, bro, WrestleMania for sure. They touch on that a little bit in the doc.
Yeah, and he talks about, did he was coming off of the MCL or was he still dealing with that knee injury?
Well, he was cleared to wrestle, so I mean maybe it
Oh,
was
okay.
torn a little, but I mean he was cleared either way. So yeah, I mean he's coming off the injury, like he wasn't able to. He had to wear crutches or he had to wear that boot or whatever, that knee brace.
Brace,
He
yeah,
was
the
finally
Austin
able to
brace.
take it off. Yeah, he was finally able to. So yeah, I mean he's coming off the MCL that you know not a lot of people can do that, bro. Especially wrestle 2 matches.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It
But
was a great
overall,
doc
the
though. Overall, I
yeah,
loved it.
I just wish Roman was in it a little more. It was mainly about Cody and The Rock.
And I wish it was longer,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but I
I would
guess
have
that
been
would have tied
so
into
down.
more matches.
I would have been so down for a 2 hour on Peacock or something.
Yeah, most definitely. Instead of just 1
Yeah.
hour on YouTube.
Hmm.
Was it an hour?
It was an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I mean, a lot of WWE stuff to break down. Anything else?
Mm,
I'm sure we're gonna have a
no,
lot
I'm
of
just
events
really
happening now that SummerSlam's coming up. We're finally
yeah.
no other PLEs till SummerSlam.
I'm just now trying to figure out, obviously, with this bloodline, when does Roman return? Um, and we keep on saying that it's going to be, bloodline civil war. Okay. Um, how are they going? Obviously, well, Jimmy, I feel like that's an easy return, but how are they going to talk Jay into coming back to teaming up with Jimmy and Roman? How are they going to
That
talk
is
that one into?
that is one thing that I wish we got to see tonight. I wish how Backlash we got to see the Bloodline 2.0 walk past Jay and kind of
Mm,
tease a little.
plant that
I kind of
seed.
wish I kind of wish we would have got that again. I wish we would have got that again today.
Okay, so real quick, there was a part of me that thought about this, but then I thought, no, that I don't think that those four would work for so long. But we keep on talking about Bloodline Civil War, with Bloodline 2.0, and then plus Roman, Jimmy J, and then one more, whoever that one more would be. And then I thought, what if it was Roman, Cody, KO, and Randy versus the Bloodline 2.0? But then I just thought to myself, I just don't know if those three, that story can last all the way to Survivor Series.
Not with Cody being champion.
Yeah.
I mean that takes away the title picture for months. So no, I don't think with Cody being champion, it can work. And I don't think anybody would want to see that, dude. We need Roman in the OG bloodline, bro. We need Roman in
So
the
the
OG
question is,
bloodline.
who's that for?
Fuck it, fuck it. I'm fine with Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is OG bloodline, bro. I'm fine with Sami Zayn. I would totally be okay with Sami Zayn. I mean, obviously, I would prefer a family member, but bro, what if it's The Rock and then The Rock turns on Roman during that match?
That'd be insane.
That would be
That would
crazy.
be insane. The only thing
It's
is,
just
okay, so now with this all powerful, thug, bro, Solo Sokoa. I Do you see him answering to The Rock?
the only way I could see him answering to The Rock is if Roman asks him straight up, who told you you're the tribal chief, or why are you doing this to me? And then he says, uh, The Rock put me in place, or The Rock told me to take care of Cody while I was gone, and then that plants the seeds of the. I don't know if necessarily if you could say that he's taking orders from The Rock, but I think you could say like The Rock put him there, or The Rock gave him his approval to be the new tribal chief, or I don't know how you do it. We're over here fucking daydreaming about The Rock, bro. Who knows if The Rock is even gonna wrestle again till WrestleMania? We don't
Mm,
have any fucking we don't have any notion that he's gonna be there. You said it before on this podcast. He's super busy. So
I don't know.
this
He
could
may
be a
have some
thing where
inside
we don't
knowledge.
even
You never know.
this could be a thing that we don't even see the fucking Rock till Royal Rumble, and we don't even get a Survivor Series.
That
I don't know.
fucking suck.
Yeah, but I mean, he's super busy, bro. So I think we're just doing it to ourselves, honestly, at this point. Because I thought he was going to be back for SummerSlam. That's
He
obviously
show
not the
up.
case. So
He
yeah, I mean,
could
he could
show
be
up.
there. Who knows, dude? There's so much potential for this to go. All I know is I'm just ready for them to announce where Survivor Series is going to be, so we can start preparing and start trying to look and see how much it's just going to cost.
Yeah, I got so pissed, bro. Like, yeah, I was happy they announced Bloodline, or Bad Blood, but I thought, bro, you're gonna bring back an old pay per view, announce exactly where the hell it's gonna be, but you're still not gonna announce where the hell
I think
Survivor Series is gonna be.
I think after SummerSlam, Survivor Series will get announced because that's the next big pay per view.
Yeah, like yes, but like I
So that
said,
would
that's
give
like I'm
us
thinking it's bro.
September, October, November. That would only give us 3 months. So I think it'll get announced. I think we'll start seeing rumors of where it is this month, and then I think it'll get announced before SummerSlam because they announced SummerSlam what like 4 or 5 months before,
Yeah,
and they got to give people time to buy tickets and shit. So
yeah.
I think it would need to get announced 4 or 5 months before. So that would mean like soon.
I've been really trying to figure out, like, I know I joke about, I would love for them to come to Dallas, but I've really been trying to think about, okay, where haven't they gone in a while? What was the last PLE, and like what was the last time, a certain city had a big PLE? And it's kind of hard trying to like do the Rolodex of like different cities they've been to, or states. It's really hard.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really trying to figure that out. I'm thinking, okay, is Florida going to be one? And when was the last time they were in Miami? When was the last time they were in, Orlando? Like, and then obviously Cali just had freaking WrestleMania 2 years ago. So okay, could they go back to Cali and do something else? And next one's gonna be Vegas. So they ain't going to Vegas for anything right now. It's hard. And Philly,
Yeah.
obviously, that's out of the picture.
Part of me's scared that it's going to be in New York.
Bro, they may.
Part of me's scared that it's going to be in New York. And
You
that
know
means it's
why,
going to
bro?
be
Because they're
fucking,
doing that whole they keep
yep,
on
the Fan
talking about
Expo.
that press bingo.
Yep.
Damn it.
Part of me is scared that it's going to be in New York. And I'm scared of that because first off, New York is fucking expensive. It seems like a nightmare to even like get to places, stuff like that. Um, I just feel like it would just double the price of it versus it being here in Dallas or it being here in Texas.
Uh oh yeah, yeah, never mind. Okay. The last Survivor Series in Chicago, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I
So
mean, I don't know, bro. We can go to MSG. That'd be cool.
I mean, it would be cool. I just think they're gonna do a stadium now. I think they're past MSG like for Survivor Series, that type of shit.
Really? I mean, the last one was at a arena.
Was it
Yeah.
in Chicago? Well, I think that's because it was cold though. If you do Survivor
Yeah,
Series
you're
in
right.
Texas in November, or you do it like in Arizona or Florida, bro, you could definitely be at a fucking stadium.
You're right. You're
So
right.
I don't know. I'm just ready for it to get in out so we can start planning. If not, then we'll just go to another show like a Bad Blood or another one.
Go to Georgia.
Yeah, I'm
Go
sure there'll be
Atlanta.
other ones. There will be other ones because that's October. So you still need and at
Would you
this
go to
rate they're
Chamber?
doing. I'd go.
Hmm.
I mean, it would be my first choice. I just want to go to one this year.
Big one.
And if yeah, I would prefer a big one, but if I regardless, I would just want to go to one this year.
Yeah.
And we already took too long for SummerSlam, so and I just didn't really want to. I just feel like it's gonna be hot. This in summer and their shit's an outside. Can you imagine? What if we get the sun seats? No, bro. I'm not. I just prefer not to.
One last thing before we end this. I want to say thank you, Trish Stratus, for blessing us as the host for
I feel like her
uh
reaction wasn't that good though, right? Do you feel that way, kind of?
I feel like it was just, she was there just as like eye candy, like, she said, hey, look, guys, look who's from, Canada. No one really cared, but you know what? Hey, I cared. Thank you very much for showing up.
When she announced John Cena, they had the meter, and I thought,
Mm.
why the fuck are y'all putting this on? No one's cheering for her. I was like, why are y'all putting this shit on for her? And then obviously John Cena showed up. I just felt like her reaction wasn't that good, but I guess also like it's been a while, like no one really cares anymore.
And I just
Um,
thought last time we saw her, bro, she was a heel. So like people are
that's
like, bro,
true.
we still piss at you.
Yeah, that's true. All right, but anything else?
I think we're good.
All right, cool. So we'll figure out what to talk about next week. I'm sure some shit will happen, but see you guys next week.
All right, later, guys.